Hi, Paul McAndrew here again from the Wellness Station in Durham, North Carolina. Well, certainly challenging times, and the last video that I made, which was relatively brief, we looked at a reading from this book, Always We Begin Again. Again, a pretty appropriate title for each day. Sometimes from one moment to the next, we feel during this upheaval time where so much is unknown, where we just kind of say, well, okay, let's exhale. Can you do that? Just exhale. Yeah. Relax your body. Feel what's supporting you. If you're sitting down, feel yourself resting into that support. If you're standing, feel your feet resting into the earth and let the earth support you. And maybe during this beautiful time of the year, certainly here in North Carolina, looking up at the sky and appreciating the beauty of the heavens and letting that energy just kind of come together, the heavens and the earth. And we're benefiting from it all, even though we're challenged by, there's always, with everything that is a reward and wonderful and a blessing, there's always other things that are a challenge to that, which actually helps us to appreciate the joy. If we didn't have certain things that were kind of sad, like maybe a friend falls down and scrapes their knee, maybe another friend finds out that they have to buy a new car because their car isn't running anymore, and then maybe a month later with their new car, they're so happy because it has more room, the kids are happier in it. So the balance in life, joy, sadness, hot, cold, to appreciate. I often say that I love things about the winter, like I love being out in the cold, so that when I come in the house, I'm really looking forward to a cup of hot tea. The contrast. So there's a book here that I mentioned I'm going to share different inspirations. This book is called Keep Going, The Art of Perseverance, The Art of Staying with It. So it's mainly a young boy and his grandfather, and the young boy has lots of questions, and the grandfather has stories. He doesn't necessarily have answers, but he puts out there his life experiences and his perceptions. And here's one story that I think you'll find interesting from this. Two men journeyed the length and breadth of the land bathed in sunshine. One was a woodcarver, and the other was a reader of the law. He was a lawyer. So one worked a lot with his hands, the woodcarver, and the other one worked an awful lot with his mind. He was reading books and determining what was right, what was wrong, things of that nature. So their journey was pleasant, the road was wide, and there were inns at which they rested for the night. And there were lots of police and soldiers on the road, so they felt safe. They weren't concerned that anybody would harm them. So therefore, through these things were blessings. The journey was without excitement or challenging. So after several days, the road led into a tall, very dark and thick forest. And the reader of the law, the lawyer, he stopped at the edge of the forest and he said, "Whoa, I'm not going in there." And the woodcarver said, "Well, we must go into the forest. It's part of the journey." And his response, the lawyer's response, was, "I don't like the deep shadow," said the reader of the law. "I do not know what could be hiding there in the darkness. There could be thieves ready to fall upon us, or perhaps fierce wild animals." So the woodcarver responds, "Well, that's true. The forest is where many things do dwell. There may be other travelers or dangerous and unknown things or people. Yet we will not know until we walk into these shadows, until we go ahead and move into the darkness that's around us, that's a little bit scary. There's something in there that is most dangerous of all, that I know," said the woodcarver. And the lawyer responded with, "Well, whatever do you mean?" What could be more dangerous than thieves or wild animals? So tomorrow, when you tune in again, I'm going to continue the story. So the question was asked by the lawyer of the woodcarver, well, what could possibly be more scary than the shadows and the possibility of thieves and bad people going into those woods at night? And the woodcarver says, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you tomorrow. You take care now, be well, and enjoy life.